Hello and welcome to my research video. I will discuss a few of my miraculous achievements here. Because, of course, I am so amazing, all of my research could not be placed into this single video, so there is a total research section listed on this page. Let us begin. In 1898 I reported the existence of alpha and beta rays in uranium radiation and indicated some of their properties. I began by experimenting with the radioactive emissions of uranium. In order to observe the penetrating ability of these emissions, I systematically wrapped uranium in layers of aluminum foil. I then concluded that uranium emitted two separate types of radiation, a less penetrating alpha radiation and a more penetrating beta radiation. Later I also observed the most penetrating type and called it gamma radiation. In Montreal, my work on radioactive bodies was continued in the MacDonald Laboratory in 1898. I decided to study another radioactive element called thorium. Emission patterns for thorium substances seemed extremely random to me, so I looked deeper into the matter. In only 1 year I determined that the thorium was producing an emanation, or new radioactive substance. I also observed that the emanation's radioactivity gradually decreased geometrically with time, an occurrence known as the half-life of a radioactive substance. My new partner, Frederick Soddy, arrived at McGill in 1900 from Oxford and assisted me with the disintegration theory of radioactivity, which regards radioactive phenomena as atomic and not molecular. I showed that radioactivity alpha, beta, and gamma were the physical manifestation of this disintegration, and that therefore the pieces of thorium were being released as it decayed. Thorium was steadily being transmuted into a new element that was lower in atomic number. This particular stroke of genius earned me the 1908 Nobel Prize in Chemistry. In 1909 I instructed Marsden, a colleague of mine, to study the scattering of alpha particles at large angles. He observed that alpha particles fired at gold foil were deflected at unusually large angles. Some particles were even reflected backward. Also, metals with a larger atomic number reflected back even more than others as well. It wasn't until 1910 that I assumed the modern concept of the atom. I announced it early in 1911 and concluded that the atom did not resemble a plum pudding of positively charged nuclear particles with electrons embedded within, as suggested absurdly by Thomson. I suggested that the atom consisted of an extremely small, dense nucleus surrounded by orbiting electrons. So I basically produced the model of the atom employed today. Man, I'm good.